Hey guys, we're back to Verdun to check out one outstanding German Army MG, as well as some of my thoughts on how to make the game better. What's up guys, back to the trenches of World War I in Verdun. Love this game, outstanding, but here's where I can't help you out in this gameplay. How to pronounce this weapon. My German's not so good. Okay, you ready for this? It is a Maschinengewehr. Oh wait, how's that for some German accent for you? De Fuppen Flickenflagen, I do not speak German. We're just gonna do what every other American does that doesn't know how to pronounce it and just call it an MG08. How about that? Or MG08. It's the machine gun that the German army used in World War I, and it's outstanding in this game. Holy crap. I can't even consider it like an accurate representation. I don't think I'd ever get my hands on a weapon like this in real life. I'm not even sure if there are any more left that are in fully functional condition that I could actually fire, or anybody would actually allow me to touch. But man, does it put some work into this game. I mean, here the rest of the team's firing, for the most part, bolt-action rifles, and then out of nowhere, you get this barrage of bullets coming at your face. It's like the butt pucker machine of Verdun. I mean, don't get me wrong, it has its disadvantages. You move slow as hell when you have it equipped, but that's easy. You just unequip it and throw your rifle on, and you're moving at normal speed again. You have to deploy it in order to fire it, but once you deploy it, it's absolutely zero recoil. And that's where I'm getting a little lost on the representation of the weapon. Even when you have an MG that's deployed, or quote-unquote deployed, when you have it set down in a position of advantage, you're still going to get some recoil out of that sucker. But that's okay. We can give him a break. After all, guys, I don't know if I've said this enough about this game, Verdun was only developed by 3 people. Now recently, I want to say within the last 6 to 8 months, they kicked it into high gear on this game. Like, go back, guys, go back on my channel and watch my first video on Verdun. Like, it's a completely different game. It's where these 3 guys developed this awesome concept for a World War I game, and people started to dig it. They were like, yes, more please. Let's take this to the next level, right? And so they started hiring all these different contractors and different people on the side to kind of help them develop this game. But at its core, it's just these 3 guys that have made this happen. And I can't praise it enough. So if you haven't tried Verdun yet, it obviously has Sergeant Merrill's official stamp of approval. Go check it out on Steam. It's going to be a lot less expensive than what you're paying for these AAA titles. And let me tell you something. These 3 developers are still dedicated to this game that's been out forever. Unlike other developers with much larger teams that belong to some other AAA titles that I could name out loud, but I certainly won't. So these guys deserve your money if you enjoy games like this. But back to this weapon that you see here in front of you. I want some of my history buffs to come out here and teach me a little bit about it, because I always get these World War I buffs that love these weapons and know infinitely more about them than I do. But I can tell you that this MG was a hell of a gun. In fact, the version that you see here in this game took about 3 or 4 people to operate correctly. It was like a 3 or 4 man team that carried this thing around. Now thank God we don't have to worry about that when playing the game, so it doesn't get too complicated when operating it. In fact, it's pretty simple. You deploy and you just put death upon anything in front of you. But in real life, this thing was a little bit more complex, and you even saw it in German fighters, right? It fires this, I can't remember the cartridge. I think it's 7.65 by 53 millimeter cartridge. One hell of a fucking round coming your way. They equipped it in German airplanes and fighters. So, I mean, this thing was crazy. To get hit by this, you're going down quick. And that is something that's actually represented pretty accurately in the game. It doesn't take much to put people down. You're not seeing a lot of hit markers. In fact, most of what you're just seeing is long shot kills, because it's crazy easy to use. Which does bring me to another topic I'd like to discuss in this video, and something that I think Verdun needs to address a little bit. I don't want to be too hard on them. They don't have the development team that a lot of these other titles do, but it would really impact gameplay in a positive manner. And that's addressing the muzzle flashes. You just don't see enough of them. And I think that's crazy important in this game, because you have these huge battlefields with long areas of no man's land, which is perfect. Such a unique area of gameplay that you don't get in a whole lot of other games. But muzzle flashes would be pretty darn important to look out for in this scenario, and you just don't see a lot of them. Especially when it comes to these MGs. These things put out a lot of noise, and they did great at addressing that. Whenever you hear one going off, your eyes are certainly drawn to a certain period or a certain area on the battlefield, but that muzzle flash needs to be a little bit more distinct. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section as well. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I already know the #1 comment that I'm going to get is how to correctly pronounce this weapon. I get it, guys, okay? I need to work on it. I got it. In any case, guys, I hope you guys join me on Wednesdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I stream. Been doing it on YouTube. Best way to find out where I'm going to be streaming is to follow me on Twitter, and just keep an eye out here on YouTube. Either way, I put out an announcement video, and you'll be able to see what I'm going to be playing. It might be Verdun, or it might be something very similar. Who knows? I have some ideas for the live stream. Hope to see you guys there. That's all I have for this video. This is Sergeant Merrill, out here.